let's go ahead and get right.
Yeah.
Oh, as we begin our tale, Sent into Avernus, Tale of Two. Between the miles and miles and miles, rolling hills, grassy flatlands, and lush forests of the western heartlands, lies various isolated villages, small hamlets, stops. The region is populated by sturdy folk descended from strong frontiersmen, merchants that traveled across the trade, as well as up and down the Chianth. One city had risen to prominence above the winning influence and uniting all under one single kingdom. Elturel is that city. It sits as the capital of this kingdom. Kingdom of Two Suns. Its namesake stands for your exact reason for. In fact, high above the city whose streets you currently walk floats the Companion. The very second sun shining brightly across Elturel, basking it in radiant glow. Companion had appeared above the city at its most dire need when besieged from within by countless undead, all led by a powerful vampire. Its radiant light made the nights just as treacherous. Hey, helping the guardians of Elturel, Hell Riders, seek out and exterminate those forces. The city was cleared of the vampire threat and claim awarded to the city's newly appointed High Overseer, Avius Krieg, for prayer so fervent and devout. The benevolent patron gods of the city themselves gifted Elturel with a miracle companion. Sits in governance still. And so the Companion shines to this day, a powerful reminder of might, sacrifice, highest example, Elturgard, the land. It is the second day of Eliasis, year 1492 of Dale Reckoning. Summer has hit its peak. This day is of more importance than most. All of Elturel is busy celebrating the anniversary of the Companion's coming. Not just any anniversary, but the 50th anniversary year of arrival. For whatever reasons your own, you have come to the city of Elturel for this celebration. During the celebration, be it joining in the festivities for fun, enjoying the carnival with your family, or filling such a charge as a guard for one of the many merchants, or even perhaps being a member of the Flaming Fist, or the Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate, Alder Ravengard's diplomatic visit, or even just to take advantage of the crowd and what spoils might picked from your pocket. Gossip and rumors are in full swing about the Grand Duke's. No delegation from Baldur's Gate had been arranged for in months or even years. The two political powers do not see eye on. Much as Elturel sees itself as a pinnacle of good and righteousness, Baldur's Gate regards itself as an example of freedom from any oppression, melting pot of cultural influence. But if you ask the two about the other, Elturians might say that Baldurans are vile and treacherous, while Baldurans might say that Elturians are tyrannical and intolerant. Avius Krieg, nevertheless, has formally invited Grand Duke Ravengard to the city during this celebration. Man seems to have finally. In any case, you are here in Elturel and the excitement is now in full swing. Enter Shiarra's mark. All the carnival games and circus acts rise to their quickly, for the crowd is too dense. Let's introduce ourselves. We will start. Lulin.
Hi, I'm Lulin. I'm an elf.
Hold up, sorry.
The map's just loading.
Yeah. Let me know when you see the map.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Black grid, black with white lines grid.
Okay. So if you're not on the map, you should see it right now.
Got it.
Oh,
See it
there we
now?
go.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Yep.
Oh, it's so pretty.
All right, yes. Now, okay, Lulin, I have you on the map. Do you see yourself? The bottom left.
No.
Gonna
Oh
have to
yes,
zoom
I
in a
do.
little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I see myself.
Okay. So, Lulin, go ahead. Give us a description of the character. You can be as thorough as you want. Physical description. Also can kind of buy if you want. Mysterious. It's perfect. Lulin, tell us a little bit of how your character.
I have dark auburn brown hair that's really long and goes past my my back. I have very long pointy ears and golden eyes. I wear pretty plain clothing. I prefer just even a gunny sack. I just want to be in the woods anyway. But my mother told me that that wasn't appropriate for here. I don't usually have exposure to this many people. It's kind of scary. I'm very thin and I have very pale skin. And I'm sure some of my friends are really close by, but it's so crowded.
As you enter Shiarra's market, off to the southeast of Elturel, come seeing a scene such as this. Many billions set up, people all around. They are in full swing of the festival. You may wander around and do as you wish. There are a number of games you can play. There's bobbing for apples, there's cup game, hammer bell, bag toss, as well as lots of NPCs.
Okay. I will try to bob for apples.
Okay, so on the map, in order to move, you want to select your token. So left click on your token, and you can drag it around, holding down and then dragging with the mouse, or you can use the arrow direct.
Okay.
How can we?
Right click. Or wait. Yeah, it's right. It's a right click. Just right click and then minimize. So head back to the map.
Mhm.
Or did you close the map?
Mm-mm.
I think
Okay,
they're talking about the scene.
I'm sorry, what was that?
No, I was just thinking that they were talking about the scene.
Scenes?
Yeah,
So I will,
map.
I'm actually going to see this map open. Then on the top right, where there's the X, like if you wanted to close out, there's a upward facing arrow. Right, if you click that upward facing arrow, that will actually put the map in the background. Use that.
I would
It's in the
like to do that.
background
I
of your
don't
character
do
sheet.
that.
Top in it. All right, Lulin. You move into the market and you see an area where there's a couple half kegs filled with water and a bunch of apples inside. As you talk to the merchant, find out that it's all free. In fact, anyone can play, and you manage to get 6 apples within a minute, get a prize. Hey.
Oh, how exciting. Yes, please.
Okay. Please make me dexterity ability check. Make 10 of these.
First roll of the night. Let's go. You got this.
Oh, let's see here. I have to get things open so I can see where I'm at here. Oh,
Locate the top left of you. See your character. Click on that. It should.
there it is.
On the left side.
Nope.
On the main tab, double click
Main.
on dexterity.
Ability.
And do that
Oh.
10 times.
I have massacred the order in which things should be appearing.
3,
Yeah, me too. But it's, I
Four.
understand it. And oh my gosh, he is getting these apples.
Ooh, well,
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have said anything.
okay.
8, 9, 10.
Nice.
Did I get it?
So very close, Lulin.
Oh.
You get water soaked all over your face. Your hair comes undone, getting wet as you are bobbing up and down into the barrel, chasing after these apples. The minute comes by, and just as you're about to clomp down on the last apple, time is up.
Oh.
Fortunately, so close.
Oh.
At this time, another adventurer arrives on the scene. Beowulf, you arrive at Shiarra's market. Different direction. Go ahead and tell us a little bit.
Alrighty. Beowulf is, I'm not exactly sure if Shadar-kai exists in the world, but I'll just say elf for now. Well, I'll say Shadar-kai, why not? Shadar-kai, he has kind of long black hair and bright purple eyes, and is in very black leather armor with a really purple scarf around his neck. And he has a quite ginormous scythe on his back.
Is it like a farming scythe, or is it like?
It's not a farming scythe. It's like, I guess a combat scythe, I guess? Or
Battle Scythe.
yeah, battle
Yeah.
scythe.
Right, Beowulf. You arrive at the market, you see much of the same. Tons of townsfolk wandering about here and there, excited children running, parents embracing. You see a number of carnival games. Anything that you would like to do?
I did slightly forget which carnival games you did mention.
Bobbing for apples, the cup game, hammerbell, bag talk.
I would like to try the cup game.
Okay. Beowulf moves about. Area where there's a merchant with a small table, 3 cups in front. You notice an elven lady playing at bobbing apples. Same as Lulin, you notice this other elven person to the market.
Hello?
Darker complexion, quite striking. That's what you have come to.
Hello?
We can hear you.
So, Beowulf, come to the merchant. Yeah, the carnival, Carney, offers a game of cups to you. And the game is simple. There is a kernel of corn. Places it on the table. demonstrates to you as he takes one cup, places it over the top, moves it of the other cups. He does this slowly, moving the cup so that you can follow, having the different 3 cups trade places. Point when he is done to guess which cup corn is under. You ready?
Yes.
Oh, the basics of the game is very simple.
Also, Nomad, just to let you know, Taryn got kicked because there was the max amount of people in a session, it said. Alright, there we go.
All right, we should be.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, awesome. All right,
Welcome
so
back.
the rule of the game is simple. If you right-click on the D6 on the lower left, custom dice on the radial menu on the top, you can pick a D3. I'm going to roll a D3 to say which cup it is under, known to anyone else.
Alright.
You have to guess which cup. 1 is the cup on the left, 2 is the cup in the middle, 3 is the cup on the right.
Okay.
You can also make a perception check. Try and figure out which cup corn kernel is under.
Alright, let's do that first. See if I can get lucky. Okay.
With a 20. You're watching the merchant move slowly. His first time. Practice. Watch. Alright. Each cup is the corn under. Your very astute gaze, watching the cups, easily lets you know that the cup, very middle, corn kernel. So, kind sir, which cup has...
I'd say the one in the middle, yeah.
Ah, very good, very good. He lifts the cup up and you see the corn kernel. Alright, alright. First time, just practice. You do it again, yes?
Of course.
Right. Keep your eye on the prize. Before your eyes, his hands are ablaze, moving quite quickly. Not sure you can follow it this time. Please make me another perception.
Of course. I guess he wasn't kidding.
Okay. Which cup?
Alright. I do have to think, what about the left one?
He lifts up the cup to your left. See an empty table. Ah, my friend, I am sorry. You'll have to watch a little closer next time. Double it up?
Maybe one more try.
Maybe one more, he says. Excellent, excellent. It is at this time Aslan arrives. Aslan, you come to the busy market flooded with people. Please give us a description.
Aslan is he's very muscular, he's very tall, he's very physically intimidating. He's a very physical being. And he loves big, boisterous crowds like this. This is his total deal. He's the kind of person who he sees a carnival, he knows there's gonna be a hammer, there's gonna be a bell, he's heading straight for that carnival game.
Right. Aslan strides up with purpose, being straight. What he finds to be very enjoyable, an idea. Smacking a pad as hard as you can with a... You arrive to the hammer bell. You see elven lady bobbing for apples, moving about, splashing water all over the place. Same as you see a darker complexioned playing at a up game. Well as Lulin and Beowulf, you both notice the imposing figure of Aslan. He comes to Aslan, you come to this game, see just what it is. There is a padded mat top of a mat is filled with straw, some sackcloth. There is a little iron thing attached to a rod that shoots up to hit a bell. Simple. Merchant hails you. Hey, hello, come one and all, would you like to test your met? Hey, look at you, you look like a strong one, think you can smash the bell?
Hello, friend, of course I can, that's what I'm here for.
Many think they can, but not all. Realize their true strength. Go ahead, give it a shot. He hands you the hammer. You feel its weight. You know, it's definitely got some weight to it, a little bit clumsy. Definitely not used to the weapons that... Definitely a bit more clumsier than that. As you go to swing it, please make me a strength check.
Do that, I think, like this. Yeah.
And
that's our
with
man.
A 22. Aslan just looks, hefting the hammer over one shoulder with one hand. Just looks at it, gives one quick look, shrugs his shoulders. All right. Heaves the hammer above his head and with a mighty swing slams it down on the mat. The iron peg shoots up into the air and smashes into the bell, giving a loud, dead ding. All those around hearing exactly triumph. Oh, well, I gauged you quite right, didn't I? Strong fella you are. Well, here you go. And he takes a small stuffed animal, holds it out to you. Here's your prize, big man.
Beautiful, my friend. Thank you for this treasure.
Ah, surely. Go ahead and find a pretty lass to give it to. She'll love it. I dare say, there's only been 2 others besides you who've been able to ring this thing. Be quite an honor to give it to someone.
Couldn't agree more, my friend.
And as this bell dings, see another wanderer. Shiarra. You come to Shiarra's market, northwest. Please describe your character.
Okay. Shiarra is shorter. Like 5'1" at best. Real curvy. And then I actually have a couple of important questions for Nomad.
Yeah.
Are these festivities an annual thing?
Yes. Every year on this day.
Second question, bobbing for apples. Do we get to keep the apples that we collect?
Make me an intelligence investigate.
Do we get the apple?
Okay, intelligence investigation check.
Ooh, you're pretty certain that the apples are probably kept for the game, but if a couple went missing, you don't.
I think as an Elturel resident, Shiarra does this every year and is beelining towards the apple bobbing
Right.
because she lives in like a shack with a couple of kids that she looks after who don't like her. They don't have any parents, so she helps look after them, and like she's going for those apples.
Right. So again, anyone, in order to move around while on a map, select your token, move it using the directional keys, or you can drag and drop the. Over.
And I've lost the map.
Okay.
There could be a little thing on your screen, like a little pop-out thingy. That's what happened for me.
I used to have like a little. Yeah. So how did I lose it?
Yeah, that's beyond me.
If you
That's out of my
okay,
control.
so once again, when you have the map open, on the top right, there's that X to close the window. There's a little question mark
Yes.
next to it, and there's an upward facing arrow. Click the
I
upward
don't have
facing.
that.
Don't have that?
I don't have that. I just
Good.
have like the dialogue window close. I don't have the other stuff.
Dialogue?
Sorry, like the Windows window,
Yeah,
Like-
I feel like right click. That's stuff.
minimize.
Oh no! Don't right click.
No,
Session.
no. All I'm saying is that I just have like the Windows window with the X and the full screen type thing. I don't have.
Oh, you're not seeing
other...
the map. Okay.
I mean, I see the map. I see the characters on the map. I see it moving on the map. And then I just see an overlay of my dice, and that's the only other element I see on the map.
I'm also getting that.
Did you guys zoom it
Wait.
out?
Are we supposed
Like-
to see more than that?
If I zoom it out, I still don't have those things in the
No, I
top
mean like
right.
the actual window, like the Fantasy Grounds window.
So the window itself, it's maximized.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And when
saying. Because when I minimized the window, it went back to normal.
Yeah, so I'm going back and forth between those things, and it's not happening for me.
So you see the whole market and you see the overlay of the die, but you don't see beyond that, is what you're saying.
Oh, wait a second, guys. I think if I take it and I try to drag the screen.
So if you have
Okay.
that map open, you
Yep.
right click in the map, it'll bring up a radial menu.
Yes,
To the
that I
right?
see.
To the right, there's a view. There's like two menu
Mhm.
screens. Click on that,
Yep.
and then go to zoom to fit.
Yep. So here's what's happened. So if someone else is having this issue, we're not seeing the entirety of the actual window. There's another window that pops up. The map window itself is very, very large, and the elements that you're talking about are outside of the screen. So I've just resized it. So was there someone else who was having the same issue?
Nope, not
Yeah, I was having the same issue. I also resized it.
Okay, great.
So everybody's good now, or
The one question I have is there a way that I can, for example, it says that there's layers, but I'm not really sure how to use that because I'd like to have, like, for example, my character sheet and all my skill checks, like, on the front of the, like, for example, market that we're seeing, or on
yeah.
the side.
So that's what I'm talking about. On the very top of the map window, where there's the X, close the window. You see that,
Yes.
and then there's a question mark next to it.
Uh-huh.
There's an upward facing arrow. That
The arrow, yes.
okay. Click on the arrow. That will put the
Uh-huh.
map into the background, and all of your character sheet
Yes.
stuff will be
Beautiful.
over the top.
Yep, thank you.
Got it?
Yep.
Okay. Excellent. Shiarra, are you good now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have you on the map over by the apple bobbing. You approach, you see an elven woman bobbing for apples, same as you see Beowulf, darker complexioned elf, and a taller, imposing man that just hit a bell. You've beelined it to Applebot. You see this elven lady finish bobbing for the apples as the time has come up. She almost got the apple in her mouth, or, damn, not quite in time. Carney hails you. Ah, Shiarra. See you again? You want to play?
Yep, here as always.
Excellent. This good elven lady, unfortunately has lost, but perhaps we could have a little, a playoff. Ooh, I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch your name. He looks at you, Lulin.
My name is Lulin.
Lulin, sure, if you had another try, you'd definitely get it this time. You're a quick study. Usually it takes people a bit longer. You were very close.
Thank you. I think I would like to try again.
Excellent. We'll do...
I'm wet already. Might as well.
Might as well, yes. We'll do a bit of double or nothing. How about as many apples as you can catch in your mouth, you may take with you if you want.
Oh, how wonderful. I
He
could give
gives,
them to my friends.
Yes, excellent. These are some very tasty apples. He gives a little eye wink to you, Shiarra.
He's definitely. I feel like he's definitely caught Vishara trying to steal some of his apples before.
Definitely.
So like, he knows she wants the apples.
Right, so both of you, Vishara and Lulin, go ahead and give me 10 dexterity check. See how many apples
betting
you
on Lewin.
grab.
I'm betting on Lewin here, alright? There's a natural 20. Two natural 20s!
There you go.
Oh man.
You bet correctly.
I think I did well.
I think that was 10. 8, 9, 10.
So you said I can just if I accidentally pulled out die, I can just drop them on the map and they won't do anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
They won't, you can just roll them in your spare time if you really want to. It won't do anything.
Right. Shiarra, you managed to catch 4 apples. Lulin, same as before, within a minute, you grab 5. Not quite 6, but a good haul. As we speak, Taryn arrives. Aaron, tell us a little bit about your character.
Small halfling, your usual toddler-looking kind of guy. He's I mentioned before. He's not very pretty. He's had a rough life. He's a little dirty, a little scuffed up. It's got sort of this for the picture there, kind of this sandy brown hair, and he kind of walks with a cautious look. He's always cautiously looking around him.
Taryn, you arrive on this scene. There are so many people. Easy to get lost in a crowd, especially for a halfling self. Easily able to avoid notice. Move about the festival, Shiarra's market, easily seeing around you lots of things to do. Bobbing for apples, a cup game, hammer bell, bag toss. Anything fancy your eye?
Yeah, I've thrown bags before. Seems up my alley. I'd love to give that a try.
Right. Come to an area where there's a few boards on the ground. Boards are slanted, spaced a little bit away from each other, and a couple people with small bags of corn that they're tossing up into the air at the boards. You see one person standing by a board by themselves.
I approach.
I think my cat did something with Fantasy Grounds. 1 second.
I do approach.
The stranger says, "Oh, well met, half-man. Had to have a bout?"
I do.
All right, you know how to play, right?
Why don't you refresh my memory?
Oh, well, we call this here cornhole. On account of the corn bags, of course. But yeah, so you toss a bag in the air and try to get it on the board. Actually, you try to get it in the little hole. You see that little hole there? Get the bag in the hole, you score 3 points. If it stays on the board, you just get 1. Miss the board, no points. Play first to 9, perhaps.
All right, seems straightforward.
Excellent. I have the table, so I'll go first.
All right.
All right. He's going to make a dexterity check. First of his bags goes wide. Not even hit the... Second bag. Doesn't make it on the board either. Third bag. Stops short. He just puts his head down in his hands.
Oh man, I think you've had a little more drink.
Yeah, had a few too many ciders already. Well, 3 tosses to you.
God.
All right. Your first bag lands squarely on the board, stopping short, 1 point to you. Your second toss goes cleanly into the hole. Third shot, however, doesn't quite make. Total of 4 points for you, Taryn. Oh, well done, well done.
0.
Well, you go ahead, go first since you scored.
All right, so I'll shoot 3 again.
Oh.
Ooh, got cocky.
None of them make it to the board. Ah, look at that. Yep, you see, gotta take your time. Yeah, I'll show you how it's done. Or, maybe I won't. Not exactly sure which board I'm shooting for right here.
This is not our finest hour.
Score is 4-0. You go first, because you were the one that scored the last. Two down in the hole. Aaron, you have scored a total of 10 points. Unless he scores 3 bullseyes, you... Oh my goodness. Shut out. Yeah, I think that's it for me. I've played too many games. Think I used up all my luck.
Thanks for the sport, old man.
Right. If I were you, I'd start betting on these games. Make a bit of coin around here.
Plenty of other ways to make coin.
He actually taps his pocket, and you see it bulging out a little bit to links. Lastly,
resist the urge.
Excellent. Lastly, but certainly not least, Salvatore, you arrive northeast. Go ahead, tell us.
Yeah, Salvatore is tall, in his early 20s, maybe about 22. He just made it to the city after kind of spending most of his life out in the country. He has very fair skin, dark hair, carries a long sword on his hip, and shield and a few javelins on his back. Wears some dexterous, heavy armor. You can tell that he's recently enrolled in a faction inside the city to kind of help maintain order. He has, if you look really closely, a little bit of a faint lavender hue to his skin if the sun hits just right. And he is hanging back just a little bit, more so curious about the crowd than wanting to kind of dive into the middle of the action.
Hey. Is there anything you would like to do, Salvatore?
Well, I think I'd like to look around and see if I identify any games that may have been played out in like the tavern near my parents' farm or anything like that. And if not, if I don't see anything that's kind of familiar, I might just kind of peruse the crowd and kind of try to see if there's any major activity going on that I should be paying attention to.
So there's definitely bobbing for apples and bag toss. Definitely be games that may have been played out by your bag toss or cornhole, as it's called, popular around the area, especially out in pup game, Hammerbell. Lots of people around.
I think I might see the bobbing for apples and think that reminds me of a better time. Make my way over and try my luck.
Okay. So as everyone has finally made it to Shiarra's market, you know that it is approaching close to dusk, later in the afternoon. But the sun, lights of the companion, radiantly, basks Elturel in a luminescent glow, kind of making you think about celestial hall might eternal sunlight, rather than that of sun. Normal. Salvatore comes around to see elven lady bobbing for apples, along with
Salvatore's gonna look at the two at the bobbing apple station, see him soaking wet, and be like, "Lord, what'd you two do?"
Oh, I almost won. I almost won twice.
Gonna.
Obi, you're muted, by the way, just to let you know.
Oh.
Vishara is munching on one of the apples that she just collected, and well, they're good apples.
Good apples, huh? We'll see about that. And I turn to the person serving the apples in the barrel, and say, "What's the play?"
Oh, well, got a bit of a crowd, I see. Well, yes, if you manage to get at least 6 apples within a minute, win a prize. Free pastry from Dylan's bakery stand over there.
Dylan's.
Yes, Dylan's. He's actually, he's supporting a lot of the stands around here with free pastries. That man, given from a life of adventurer, apparently baking's the life for him. Finest pastries I've ever eaten, if I do say so. The best in all of Elturel. Care to take a go?
Absolutely. I've never had a Dylan's before. Let's do it.
Excellent. Everybody, go ahead and round up. I'll get the hourglass. Right, so, let's do it one at a time this time so we can... Vishara, 10 dexterity checks for me.
10 dexterity checks.
You can do them all at
Okay.
once.
I'm gonna bet at Salvatore. That's who I'm betting
too.
on right here.
If you right click on the wait.
Yeah, that works.
If you hold down on the dexterity check instead of double clicking and then drag it, it should bring up a dice. And then when you right click, it'll add dice. 10.
Okay.
That's how you
Yeah,
add.
when you hold it. Oh, there's a natural 20. 2 Wait, is that 3 natural 20s? Woo!
2 of them.
Wow, 3 natural 20s. That's actually.
Right. Lulin. 10.
Yes. Okay. See here. I believe that's 10.
Man, we got some nat 20s everywhere.
All right,
Yeah,
Salvatore. Oh, you.
Before I dive in, could I look around my immediate surroundings and see if there's like a towel or anything to dry off with?
Yes. You look around real quick and you do see a number of linens spaced about. People have been using them to wipe themselves off.
All right. I'm gonna look at how successful these first 2 people have been and see that they're clearly eating them. And instead of diving for apples, I'm gonna grab a couple of linens off of the racks here and hand them to them and be like, "Looks like you 2 need this."
Oh, I didn't even think about drying off. Thank you. That's very kind.
I got you.
Hey. The Carney exclaims, "Ah! We have a winner! Shiarra won the prize this year. Here's a token." He hands you this little token that looks kind of like a pastry and it has a big D engraved. Go ahead and take this over to Dylan's bakery stand and you can actually get yourself a pastry.
I will make sure to do that.
Real quick, this Dylan, you said he was an adventurer turned baker.
Oh, yes, that's the story that's gone around. He's an old man now, can't keep up with the adventuring. He was one back in the day. Did a few odd jobs here and there, but since retiring from the life in his old age, he turned to baking. Making quite a name for himself. Best pastries, best bakery we got.
Ah, good for him.
Right. Aslan. You
Yeah.
are playing this hammer bell game. Strike the bell. Very soon after, you hear the excited chatter. Young girl. You look behind you as you grabbed this small stuffed animal, and the young girl is pulling and tugging at her father's shirt tail. Dad, Dad, Dad! I want one! I want the big one! I want the big one! Can you get me the big one? He looks down at her with proud, pleading eyes. Doesn't look the strongest. It's like he's definitely spent a life out in the fields. Whole lot of meat on his bones, but nonetheless, smiles at his. Well, I'll give it a try. Stretches a little bit, walks up to you. Excuse me, good sir. Giving it another try?
Well, of course, I'd be happy to. Aslan would understand the situation, and he would be willing to go ahead and give the man. Wait, so is the one I have? How large is it?
There's definitely a bigger toy.
There's a bigger toy? And so to get a bigger toy, I need to do better on the swing, right?
If you ask the Carney basically says, "Oh, in order to get that one, you're gonna have to ring the bell twice. Think you can do it again?"
Well, I may as well try, haven't I?
Might as well.
You got it. I believe in you.
And make another strength check.
Yeah.
Aslan, you raise the hammer high above your head. Trying with a little bit more oomph than the last time, you slam it down on the mat. The clumsiness of the hammer seems to be working a little bit against you, and you strike untrue, hearing a dull thud. Head of the hammer smacks into the ground, heard by the mat. You see the little pog rise up a little bit, but not too far. It's not all about strength and brawn, my good boy. Hey, why don't you let the other man give it a shot? See if he can win something for his daughter. You can rest a little bit.
Perhaps I'll need it after that one.
Perhaps.
Threw my arm out.
All right, good man. Here you go. Give it a try. Right. Beowulf, Shiarra, Lulin, Salvatore, and Terran. You would all be aware of this at the time this is going. So you are. Okay.
Okay.
The man.
Is it creating enough of a scene for people to start like gathering around it, or?
Yeah, I would
No.
totally gather around.
No, there's not really people gathered around, but it's definitely something that you would have noticed, like keeping an awareness of your surroundings. Basically, that's my way of telling you that if you wanted to come,
Got it.
kind of like
Got it.
whelping you to.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of come in and like just kind of like hang around the area just to kind of watch what's going on here.
Okay.
As I
old
see other
man-
people kind of, I'll kind of watch in the distance.
Old man with his daughter takes up the hammer, leaves it up a few times, shakes his back, shakes himself out. All right, Marcella. Here we go. I'll give it a try. Brings up the hammer above his head, slams it down on the mat. Much strength as he can. Pog goes up. Gets about 3/4 of the way. Doesn't go all the way to ring. Oh. Well, that's that. Looks a little bit more difficult than I would have thought. Certainly. Give it as many tries as you want. Maybe I'll give her one more. Hey, you got any tips, big man? He looks over to you, Aslan.
Well, I've come up from a life where strength has been important. You look to be a plenty strong man. I think you've got it in you this time.
I'll try. Daddy, come on. I really want it. I want the big one, please. Right. The man takes the hammer, kind of aims it a little bit, squints one eye, practice swings twice, raises it up high into the air, or he swings down. Anything any of you want to do?
I was gonna ask, can I get right next to the bag and when he hits it, slam down on it with my foot as well? I'm probably gonna have to roll deception.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes. Oh, let's see. You going to have to make sleight of hand check.
Oh.
Or a sleight of foot check, if you will.
Yes, a sleight of foot check.
Let's see. Yeah.
Ooh, 15. All right. Right as the man moves to slam the hammer down, Aslan moves his foot to apply more pressure just as the hammerhead hits. Very confident that the move was unnoticed, as the Arnie, looking directly at the bell, man swings down with advantage, and the bell dings. It clashes with a resounding dead bell tone, and the girl jumps, exclaiming all sorts of excitement. The Carney laughs. Oh, well, I didn't think you had it in you. He goes to grab the small stuffed animal, and the girl starts whining. Wait, no, the big one! The Carney looks to her, looks to the old man. Nobody's gonna get it anyway. Here you go, little girl.
Aww.
Takes the big stuffed animal, hands it to her. Old man is all sorts of pride. Congratulations, Aslan.
Wow.
And I pat him on the back, like hyping him up.
Yeah. You have gained the lesser blessing of altruism.
Yeah.
Oh, this will last for 24 hours, and at such a time where it may come into use, I will...
Cool.
Aslan's a good man.
Well as the lesser blessing of charity. As this is going on, also see in the market, there is a pair of lovers, man and woman, seen walking, embracing each other, just taking in everything that's going on, just enjoying the moment together. They're walking, man with his hand over the woman's shoulder, talking to each other. They stop before the fountain, before you, Vishara and Salvatore. You overhear the man speaking words of devotion. She laughs and covers her face with her hand. He shouts, "No, I'm serious. I am devoted to you. Here, let me prove it." He looks around, and he sees you, Salvatore and Vishara. Looks at Salvatore, sees some of the armor. "Ah, you! Tell me, good sir, could you do me a favor, real quick?"
I could think about it.
Well, I wish to devote myself to this woman. We are in love, you see. I wish to be married. Would you, please, I see you're a paladin of sorts. Could you bless us? Please.
Let me look them over. Like, do they look, I don't know, super inebriated or, maybe like, under the influence or anything like that? It is a festival.
Make me a investigation check.
Okay.
They definitely seem excited. You can't really get a good read if there's any alcohol or anything involved. But he's
All
not
right.
slurring. She doesn't seem like she's swaying or anything. You're, to the best of your knowledge, you
Okay, I'll lean into him and I'll say, "Hey, look, you know, I'm a paladin, or at least that's what I'm called. But I don't have any divine right or ordained blessing to unify you two, if you so desire that. If you really mean it, then you need to go to a church. You need to fill out some paperwork. You need to make it official. Me saying you are now unified and waving my hand isn't going to make anything different. It's just going to change this moment. So you need to make a decision, and I can't be a part of it."
Oh, true that. I'll do it on the very morrow. At least now, let me proclaim my love and my commitment in front of all these people. And he turns
By all
around.
means, don't let me stop you. And I step away.
Right. And he turns around, gets on one knee as he holds out his hand to embrace the woman. "Ara, I promise we will have a life together. I devote my undying commitment and love to you, only you. You would have me as husband. We'll have a house out in the country. We'll get our own farm. I'll till the lands. You can look after the kids. Perhaps we'll raise some more paladins, knights in the Order of the Gauntlet, the Order of the Companion, perhaps even Hell Riders. Please, what do you say?" Anyone wish to?
Yes. I'm just trying to find my spells.
Well, I can't do anything here.
So
I'm
your
just gonna
spells
do a
are going to be
thing.
on your actions tab.
Yeah, just for fun, for funsies. I'm going to cast. What is it called? Sorry.
There's Divine Sense and you got Leon.
That is what I meant to say. Divine sense.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna take a step back, and as he's kind of proclaiming his love and, you know, being really boisterous and drawing attention away, I'm going to put my right arm behind my back and just kind of clench my fist and say, "Let's see if this is real or not." You're gonna see a little glow come out from behind my back where my hand is clenched.
Salvatore, as you reach out with your awareness, granted from your training in arts paladins, open this awareness to detect such forces of evil, even powerful good, celestials, fiends, or undead within 60 feet. Do a good scan around you with your divine sense. See no such thing. These are but mere mortal people.
Thank God.
Well, that's a relief. I unclench my fist and relax a little bit. Just try to enjoy the moment.
You wanting to?
I would like to make a little, some little flowers, come up around her, and have a little, dove come and circle around them.
Oh, how beautiful is that?
As the man proclaims his love, Anna looks to him with a look of bewilderment, smiling. These beautiful flowers begin sprouting around her, and a dove flies near. Look! See, Anna! You are blessed! This is amazing! Your beauty outshines all! It is meant to be! Do say it! Please say you do! She shakes her head, and in a fit of laughter, Of course I do! Oh, I love you! And she rushes to him, jumping into his arms, giving an embrace. And many of the onlookers clap, give exclamations of excitement, congratulations.
Zulin smiles to herself and kind of walks away.
I'm just clapping. I'm just overwhelmed by the love.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still just
Lulin.
staring on.
You have gained the lesser blessing of commitment.
Ooh.
To be explained at such a time.
Okay.
Right. At this time, you all hear a voice behind. Standing on this very central water. Excuse me. There is a colorfully dressed man who is wearing a frilled shirt and all of these designs with a leotard. Not a leotard. Word. Tights. Wearing tights. He takes on his back, to a great flourish, a lute. Strums it a few times. He looks out as many people begin gathering around, looking at him with interest. Like, what's going on? What is this? He clears his throat once more. Welcome, Elturians. You have come. Witness Lauren Singsteel. Oh, I know. You're very welcome for me being here. Let me regale you with a tale worthy of this day. The golden jubilee of the coming, the companion for that which we are all congregated here to enjoy. Takes a deep breath, steadying his gaze on those gathered around. Takes the lute, strums a few strings, plucking them with practiced precision, offering a warm storytelling grin, setting the stage for his tale to Come gather round, fair folk of Elturel's lands, for I shall sing a tale that ever stands. One of the High Overseer Thavius Krieg, of his pious prayer, the hope it bring. Darkness loomed o'er our hallowed streets, when shadows danced and fear took its seat. He stood on high, a beacon of light against the growing and approaching. His faith 'twas strong, his spirit was true. O gods, he implored, please guide us through this pall of terror that gnashes and gloats. Oh, lend us your aid, keep afloat our boats. His words, they soared on the chill night's breeze, over forests, rivers, across the high seas, to the celestial spheres where deities do dwell. He issued a call, it struck the divine bell. Then came the answer, a sign from above, a testament to the gods' boundless love. A blazing star in the twilight's gloom, a companion, it came to dispel our doom. No ordinary celestial body it was, but divine will given form, and for a just cause. Its radiance banished the night, brought the day. In its holy glow no evil could stay. A second sun, a beacon of hope. In its radiance light we found scope. Stand against the tide, to fight, to resist. With a companion's aid, darkness could not persist. Thus came our salvation, our second dawn. The shadow's reign was over, its power was gone. Heart of Elturel faith did bloom, and banished forever was our impending doom. So rejoice, my brethren, in this tale so bright, in the power of faith, in the might of the light. With a companion above, we shall not fall, for we are Elturel, standing tall. He waits for applause.
There's nobody clapping.
There's a few people in the crowd kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, that was kind of good. And they're like giving a nice little golf clap.
Yeah,
Aslan claps enthusiastically and loudly. He's got big hands. He's making these, thunderously loud claps.
Yeah, I'm just like lightly clapping, doing that golf clap, and I'm just like looking over at Aslan, wondering, what is his deal?
Right. At Aslan giving the loud clapping, he gives a low, very low bow, flourishing as he takes his hat off and moving it to the side, and you see the elven man, clean shaven, with long, blonde, beautiful hair, dipping to the ground. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, I am Lauren Singsteel. Any requests? I am here all night.
I'm gonna shout out. Do you know any songs from out north, close to the country farmstead region of Elturel?
Oh, I do beg pardon. I'm more in the more populated areas. If you had a tune, I could think of something.
Shoot, we just always played songs. We didn't name them.
Oh, let me see here. He begins like strumming a bumping like up and down tune, like bum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum da.
Yep, that's it. That's the exact one I was thinking of.
And he's like nodding his head.
How'd you know?
Yes.
How'd you know?
This? Oh, excellent. Actually, I know this one. He begins kind of like dancing around as like some of the people are kind of getting into the beat. People start dancing. Does anyone join in?
I'm gonna turn my shoulder over and see this kind of like shorter person behind me with a giant scimitar on their back and go like, I'd actually I've never heard that before. Just didn't want to make him feel bad in front of all these people.
Okay, so who's all joining into this?
I am.
I'm just gonna kind of walk back a little bit and kind of like lean/sit on the wall and just kind of like observing.
I got Aslan joined in, Beowulf in, Shiarra, Terran.
Vishara got a token for some kind of food, correct?
Yes, it's Dylan's baker.
She is looking for that cart.
Okay. What about Lulin and Perrin?
Lulin,
Go ahead.
Lulin, loves the music, but she's afraid to be around all these people. So
Okay.
she kind of just dances kind of in the background by herself.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, bit of a loner, so I'm just kind of observing. I'm watching all the festivities, all the antics, and but curious and engaged in it. Just sitting back enjoying. I've been on a boat for a little bit, so it's nice to be on ground and watching it all.
Excellent. For having listened to the tale and interacted with Lauren, you all receive the lesser blessing of Shiarra. Finally spotted, over in the northeastern corner, is a stand filled with baked goods, no small amount, pastries. There is an older gentleman, slightly above middle age, with white hair, balding top of the head. Has a very kindly look to him. He looks fit and strong, as if in his younger age, possibly a soldier of sorts. Approach Dylan's bakery stand.
She approaches with the token in hand, and it's like obviously visible. And she walks up to the guy and she's like, I won this token. How many does it get me?
Oh, well met. A free token. Tell me, what game did you win?
The apples.
Bobbing for apples.
Action.
Very good. One token, one free pastry. Go ahead, choose whichever you like. He points in front of him where there's all these different types of pastries, some with red frosting, some with clear frosting, some with white frosting, some filled with like apple jelly, some plain.
She will reach for the biggest one.
Oh, right here. This one actually has what's called chocolate. It's from down from the south. Wonderful bean. Very expensive, this, but very good. You're going to like that one. Filled with the chocolate. It's very sweet. Do tell me how you like it.
She'll taste it.
It is just amazing. This chocolate is like some of the sweetest, tastiest thing you've ever tasted. It's hard not to take a big.
She's like eating more, and like this is one of the best things I have ever had, and like really talking it up. And while she's doing it, she would like to try and sneak another one.
Right. Slight. With a 10. As you are speaking to this man, talking him up. Oh, thanks. Yes, well, actually, I've only gotten into this, rather recently. You notice he's, begun to, like, ramble on. And he's, like, beginning to tell a tale. He's quite distracted. even though you like bump the table a little, he doesn't notice as you take one of the pastries, slip it into a side pouch. Yes, I used to be an adventurer. Come to think of it, you look like you might be on the bent yourself. You look quite fit. Back in my day, I went adventuring here and there. A needed job, to be sure, but nothing to be too proud of. Getting myself and others hurt, bringing them into the way of danger, more like than any glory. Glory's overrated. You listen to me, young woman. Glory is overrated. There's a time and place for it, but much better in times of peace, like we experience here in Elturel, by the light of the canyon. Well, I've found my true purpose here. Making pastries for all the good girls and boys for the people of Elturel. They seem to take quite a liking to it. Tell you what, you like that chocolate pastry? I don't know if I'm going to be able to get rid of all this. Why don't you try one of these over here? And then he reaches over and grabs a red, a clear icinged pastry with red fill. This is some cherries that were picked from farms nearby. Try this one. Tell me what you think of it.
She has already finished the chocolate pastry and immediately starts on this other one he's handing her. And like he's rambling on, but she is like giving him her full attention. And he mentions being an adventurer, and she's like, this is actually a fairly recent development. I'm still figuring things out.
Oh, quite. It took me 60 years to find my purpose. If there's anything I've come to realize, it's that you have time, lady. Do you have something you have currently? If not, I will say, looking after and caring for others is the greatest purpose you will ever find in life. Chasing after glory, chasing after riches, it's all fleeting. You end up finding more enemies than anything else. But take others under your wing to provide that for those who do not have the means to provide for themselves. That is the essence of true fulfillment. Even if it's just making candies for others.
You are preaching to the choir, my man. Can I have a couple extra pastries for my kids?
Oh, you have kids? Oh,
you
look quite young for that, but,
Not technically my kids, but, I live with them, kinda.
At this, he takes a kind of closer look at you, notices your rugged clothing, the scrapes on you, some of the missing pieces of clothing, patches and holes. How many kids do you have? How many are there?
Just the two.
Just the two. Well, there's one thing I know. It's kids eat a lot. Go ahead, take your fill.
And she will fill up a small sack and thank the man. And how much gold does she have? So 10?
Shiarra of 10.
10 gold. She'll give him 3 gold.
As you extend out the 3 gold pieces, he holds out a hand. You have kids at home. Take care of them. I'm good.
She'll thank him again and then she'll wander off.
Right, Vishara. You have gained Lesser Blessing Charity, well as the Lesser Blessing of... And as the afternoon dwindles down closer to the close of dusk, we are going to take a break.
Cool.
All right. Hope everyone's having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Right. Hello, I am back.
Hello.
Get everyone else in.
Yep.
My familiar wants to join us.
Your cat?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, banging on the door.
Yeah, honestly, I have my cat sleeping on my bed right now.
Feed me.
Yeah, thank goodness she's sleeping, because otherwise she'd be all up on my keyboard and I'm all up on my desk. She already made me exit out of Fantasy Grounds once. I mean,
Oh no.
Yeah. I had to shut the door to the office because of the same reason.
Yep. Cats will be cats.
Yes.
But yeah, honestly, this is a great start. I hope nothing horrible goes wrong. Like, why are you laughing?
This is the entire.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Aw.
You're just
Yeah.
having a great time, a great life. Everything
like-
is rosy.
Yeah, why don't we have a D&D campaign where everybody's just being happy?
Yep.
Just the happiness adventures.
Yep. Saving kittens from being orphaned.
Helping a father get a stuffed animal for his daughter.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Nomad, while we're not in game,
So-
if I may ask a retroactive flavor question for you, can we just say that my straw hat has been on this whole time?
Absolutely.
I'm vibing, you know.
Yeah.
Cool.
Straw hat. That's
Thank
how you know they're from the country. That or they're
No
searching for
shirt,
something called
straw hat, alfalfa, just over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No armor, just overalls.
The problem is you can mistake them for searching for something called the One Piece too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all of that, but there's still my chainmail over top. You know,
Yeah.
I'm off duty, but I'm still engaged. You know.
Yeah. So.
Cool.
Guys had a good break and refreshed. So, along with interacting with all these NPCs, also heard a couple of interesting bits of information around the crowd for those who have been paying attention. Everyone that would probably have been paying attention to things they heard as they moved around, please make me a perception.
Cool.
Why did I roll?
Oh man.
I rolled so bad.
I rolled.
There you go, Taryn.
Honestly, Taryn
Nice.
though, Taryn got that loner proficiency. All right. You know, all the loners get high on.
I love people watching.
Who knows why he was watching people? That's the question.
Always.
All right, heard all of these things. Well, some of this stuff.
Yep.
And just question here. So, like, is that to everyone, or
No,
is this
only
just
you
to
can
me?
see that.
Only I can see that. Okay. And is that denoted by the little eye with the rings around it?
That is a whisper.
That's a whisper. Okay.
Just on the side. On the
Oh
side
man,
of
the
the board.
intrigue.
On the side of the board, I just did a perception roll, which has a -1. I got a 1.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
at least you got out of the way there.
I know. Just on the side, I was like, I wonder what I get again.
Okay.
All right. I have given all of you the different rumors that you.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
And so, at
Did I
this
just send
time. Oh.
Can I get rid of that?
Yeah, you're
I'm not the only
sharing it.
one.
What are you doing?
Nobody look. Nobody look.
Close your eyes.
What
I
are
mean,
you
I
doing?
can look. I got all this. I mean, I can look. I mean,
Damn.
me and Aslan, me and Taryn, we can look, but y'all gotta close your eyes.
All right.
I mean,
As well
major,
as-
major kudos, Nomad, for being able to clear that out so quickly.
Oh.
That was,
Lulin, for your bit of roleplay and use of Druidcraft, I love.
Yeah.
Have an inspiration to use. But this festival has quickly drawn to dusk, and as the regular first sun closes on the horizon and the second sun remains high above, has come time for the speech. You have all heard a lot of passing chatter and people talking excitedly about Thavius Krieg, High Overseer, supposed to give a speech later. Everyone wondering what's going to happen for 50th anniversary. It's Grand Jubilee. Anniversary of the coming of the companion. Thavius Krieg himself. Very reason for the companions being here in the first place. So you have left Shiarra's market. Quickly made your way. Streets before High Hall.
Ooh.
Everyone see the map?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm gonna put all of you on the map. Let's see. So we got.
Just to let you know, I don't really see what you previously sent me. By the way.
That's fine.
Okay.
You're glowing.
Okay. So what we have right here, I would like everyone to essentially place yourself anywhere within this bubble. This is basically what the crowd is. Pretend that like all of this space, the entire street is essentially filled with people.
Oh, it's just delayed. Okay.
Yep.
Weird.
Oh, in combat, that's kind of how movement works. You'll move your token,
Oh, I
and then
see.
it'll wait, and then I confirm.
Oh,
Sick.
okay.
Yeah, so like there's free movement, and then there's lock.
Okay, I see.
Right now, I just have you in.
And also, just to let you know, Beowulf would be kind of keeping watch after the rumors that he heard.
Okay. Anything you're watching for specifically? If ever you guys want to whisper anything, you can right-click on one of the tokens on the top left, and then there's a whisper option. Otherwise, backslash. I think it's W. \W, and then you can type in GM to me. Then you can type a message, and that should whisper it. There we go. That
like-
works. Yes.
I
Okay,
just
so
did
I can see those
/W.
whispers. If you ever want to say anything to me where ever you can send them to me like that, and I will. All right, is everybody where they would like to be to start out?
Yes.
Excellent. So, right. Beowulf. Gonna make me exception. You arrive before High Hall with all of the crowd for you. Moving into tight-knit quarters. Some of you have kind of remained together, at least making some loose acquaintances, meeting each other in the market festival. Everybody's kind of just standing around waiting. There's a lot of murmurs. Everyone wondering what's going on. Waiting. Any sign of Thavius Krieg, Order of the Companions, and the Hell Riders. Number of nobility up front of high. Well as some of you may recognize Grand Duke Ulder Ravengard, head of Flaming Fist, patriarch, ruler of the city from the west. Moments pass. Nothing's going on. Crowd begins murmuring in more hushed tone. People wondering what's going on. People wondering where Thavius is. Where's Thavius? Where's High Overseer? When's the speech supposed to go? It's already been a couple. Then you look up to see one of the nobles moves over and speaks. Older Ravengard. Ravengard nods his head, moves up to the top of the dais. Stone steps leading up High Hall. It is at this time that the crowd kind of hushes a little bit. A few odd whispers. Many of you hear around you people wondering, Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate going to speak? Why is he speaking? It's Thavius. Where's our High Overseer? Ravengard clears his throat. Speaks above the crowd. Citizens of Elturel, I stand before you today not as an invader or a foreigner, but as an ally. I have traveled for this day to your city to speak with your High Overseer on matters of state long cut between our two nations. Seems, however, that I am to address you not in companionship with your High Overseer, but in his absence. Wherever he is, I trust he stands for the same principles I am here to affirm. Historically, our cities have viewed each other with suspicion, marked by the complexity of our trade disputes, differing social standards, and our contrasting approaches to faith. Pages of history need not dictate our future. Our past disagreements were born of circumstance, not malice. It is within our power to lay them to rest. Indeed, the heart of Baldur's Gate beats in rhythm with that of Elturel. We seek peace, prosperity for our people, striving for justice and order. We aspire to be better. This, how I stand before you today, having crossed the Chianthar to advocate for unity and cooperation. We are, after all, not just cities, but strongholds of humanity along the Sword Coast. Long as Elturel stood as a bastion of hope and goodwill across the Sword Coast, standing resolute against those who would seek to corrupt our lands. Your High Overseer, Favius Krieg, unfaltering in his faith, I am told. So pious and unblemished is he that the gods themselves rewarded his service with the arrival of your companion, a time of direst need but 50 years ago to this day. Its divine radiance basks your realm, eternal sunlight, blessing that cannot be washed away, will stand for yet ages to. We from Baldur's Gate, Wardens of the West, seek to lend our own support in this good fortune, to bring our own might into the fold alongside you, propping up those blessings you have so greatly and hard-earned. We will forge new bonds of trust and cooperation between our lands, led by myself and my fellow dukes, and our council of peers. We stand united in this effort. One voice. Let the greatest enemy of our nations quake in fear upon our alliance. May we be the shining beacon that pierces the darkness, a light in the great night that leads all back to home. Your beacon is exactly that which dooms you all. A great, booming voice pierces the speech. Unnaturally loud, carrying across the entire crowd who was wrapped in attention, caught by Ravengard's. This voice. Sinister. Immediately, everything goes.
Well, I'm gonna look around and see where that voice came from.
City folk all begin looking, searching.
Yeah, it makes sense that you'd asked me to roll something. I should have had that prepared. My bad.
All of us, or just
Anyone that wants to look.
Absolutely not. I refuse to see anything.
Sure, I'll do it. Why not? Oof. Well,
Aaron, Shiarra, Lulin. There is a figure off close at the front of the appears to be the source of this voice. As the hush lulls the gathered masses, this booming voice rises above to be heard perfectly clear once again. Many look about for its source, but Ravenguard's eyes pierce the crowd, scanning for it. Who is this that so brazenly speaks out? Show yourself. Oh, if you accidentally close the map, open your character sheet. Yep. Go ahead and open up your character sheet and double click on your token.
Oh, you said that at the beginning. I'm sorry, guys.
That's all right. No. Got it?
Yep.
Voice speaks. I am your doom, Elder Ravenguard. Then, suddenly, screams of fright, pain, assault the air. The gathering pauses for but a moment before panic sets in, and bodies begin pushing around. The screams come from many directions. You each stand witness as the crowd gathered before the speech platform rushes out to escape, people bumping into each other as some fall to get trampled on in the panic. You look around searching and find a number of cloaked figures slashing bloody swords and maces tear into the innocent onlookers. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh shit. Oof. Oh gosh.
Ooh.
Initiative. How do I roll
All right,
initiative?
so-
Sorry, guys.
Go on your main tab, and in the center you should see initiative assigned by your AC.
Yep.
That's in it.
I was on the combat thing. Got it.
All right, still need Lulin and Salvatore.
Oh,
Boy.
I rolled an 11. I don't have a bonus.
So, we will begin at the top of the round order with an unknown humanoid cultist number 3 who slashes out, making an attack on a nearby innocent. Scoring a hit. A woman falls to the ground with a bloody gash. Cultist up at the front rushes forward to meet one of the Flaming Fist soldiers in melee, swinging a large mace at him. It is blocked by the Flaming Fist's shield. Salvatore and Aslan, a cloaked figure to your right, takes a step forward. Salvatore, you may make an opportunity attack if...
I would love to.
Okay, so Salvatore, make sure you have your token selected. Then what I want you to do is I want you to hover the cursor over that unidentified creature that moved. I want you to hold down Control and then click on it.
Okay.
You have it targeted?
Like that?
Let's see. So if you hold down Control and left click, it's supposed to target. Seeing you do.
Oh,
I have like a
is that black arrow?
black arrow pointing at it. I clicked on my character, then held Control and clicked on the unidentified
'Cause
creature.
I can do it. I have it target. But, okay, so that's how you target. When you have your token selected, that's how you make sure that you're the one doing the stuff. You hold down control and click on whatever you want to. So I have him targeted. Go ahead and make an opportunity attack. So choose whatever, go to your actions tab, and whatever weapon you have your longsword out, you would double click on that attack, but to make an opportunity attack, you hold down shift.
All right, almost
Actions
there.
tab.
Sorry. At the bottom. Yep.
Right, using his reaction, Salvatore quickly swings out at the human just to his right, but the attack misses. This figure lines up an evil, wicked, crooked finger, holding it out towards Elder Ravengard. You see this nasty green brackish energy build up and shoot outwards. He shoots a ray of sickness at Ravengard, which is blocked. And that takes us to Flaming Fish Soldier 3, who shouts, "Grand Duke, quickly, get behind us!" Moves out right. Aslan, you have received initiative.
I'm gonna attack this figure that has just attacked the Grand Duke
Okay.
with my long sword. Yeah.
An 18 hits.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Beautiful. Oh.
It's okay.
5 points of slashing damage as you cut your longsword across the exposed skin of this cultist, who hisses back at you. You know not what you have come into. Anything else, Aslan?
I roar at him, I suppose, and I shout, "How dare you disturb the peace!"
So, if that ends your turn, everybody, you can go onto the combat tracker, and on the bottom left, there's a little down arrow. When you click on that, that ends.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Humanoid 4 is going to take out a mace, rush over side of its ally, which, Beowulf, you have been paying close attention. You may make an opportunity attack with advantage.
I will definitely do that.
Okay.
How would I make advantage with this again? I forgot. Sorry.
So, on the bottom left where there's all those dice, there's also a few buttons on top. There should be an ADV.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yep,
I
so
see.
you click on that, and then you roll your dice for advantage. You just got to make sure to click it off when it doesn't go.
Nice.
That is 22.
A 22 as an opportunity attack against this humanoid cultist. Scores a hit. Roll damage.
Awesome. Ugh.
6 points of damage as this battle scythe cuts into the figure, running away. Ah, didn't know you were there. Okay. Humanoid is going to continue. Is going to make an attack against Aslan. Swinging the mace, which Aslan is able to bring up his shield just in time. This figure, cloaked all in black, begins moving through the clouds, slashing long, nasty, sinister-looking knives. Many of the figures nearby, cutting them. As many of the city folk are running away in terror. They are being cut down indiscriminately by these cultists. Other humanoid does the same. Cultist around here just spreading terror and chaos. But the figure who spoke the voice before moves right into range of Older Ravengard. One of the soldiers is going to take an opportunity attack. Missed it. Scores a hit on a 17 with a spear grazing against this figure. So, a few things going on. This figure is going to make 2 dagger attacks against Older Ravengard. First one missing. The second one missing. But then, in a sick turn of events, he turns invisible as a shroud takes him away from your sight.
Oh, good.
Well,
Well, we don't have to worry about him anymore then. Perfect. Out of sight, out of mind.
That takes us to Vishara's turn.
Yeah. First things first, I would like to cast Bane.
Okay.
Okay. Who are you casting Bane against?
Unknown humanoid 1 to the southeast. Unknown humanoid cultist 4, and then unknown humanoid assailant.
Okay. Bane. Okay, so you'd have to move 5 feet down or to get that
I had
caster.
intended to move anyway, so that's okay.
Right. 20 feet of movement. There. Did you want to move another 5 feet?
Can I move to there?
Yep, so that would take 30.
And that's all of my movement.
I have them all targeted for you. So now, if you go on your actions tab and you scroll down to where it says Bane, I have the AP there because that is granted by your grave, so AP basically means. So,
Yeah.
what I want you to do is I want you to go to that dice button. When you hover over it, it says cast save CHA DC 13. You click that once. There you go. So that casts it. That will force the saving throw. Okay. The humanoid assassin succeeds. Humanoid cultist 4 fails, and humanoid 1 fails. So now you have successfully casted Bane on. So both of those buttons you can click. The first one is just a notifier that you have Bane casted for concentration, and the second one is on them. Alright, so they now have Bane, and automatically they will minus the 1d4 from their attacks and saving throws.
Okay. And then with my bonus action, do I see any civilians that are down but not dead outright?
Some have wounds but are not dead yet.
I would like to cast Spare the Dying as a bonus action on the first of them.
Okay.
That's me.
Thus, we move on to unknown humanoid. So, as a note, unknown, unidentified, all of those are basically prompts that can let you guys know that you can make knowledge checks. Identify.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's like my way, basically.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do now.
This guy, it is going to move over here and smash its mace on someone, killing them on impact. Which takes us to Elder Ravengard. Oh, assassins! They can turn invisible. Quickly, backs to the wall. And he is going to ready an action. Lulin, you receive initiative. What?
Panic. Lulin has never seen this since she was a child. And immediately she is transported back to when she and her father were attacked in the woods and killed. He died. She almost died. And so she is in utter terror right now. She face steps over, like, in this. Actually, if she could get on top of the roof, she would face step on top of the roof.
That is 40 feet away. You wouldn't be able to get to.
Oh, bummer.
You'd have to move first, but because it's a bonus action, you could do that.
Okay.
Nice.
So, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to move down, but not get out of that threatened reach, because that humanoid cultist would do an opportunity. Move there, and then you teleport. You can.
Okay.
So, on the Actions tab, on base step, you can use that twice. So, and click one of those circles by base step, and that will denote that.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay, that is 15 feet of movement, and then a bonus action. You still have your action, and you have 15.
Let's see. I think. My thunderclap. I don't know how far that covers. Let's see.
Okay, so your thunderclap is oh, that's a 5 feet surround, basically.
Yeah, I want to do that.
You have entangle.
Yeah, that's what I was just
Range
looking at. I would
of
cast.
90 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Entangle and try to get.
Okay, so what you can do is right click on the map, and then it brings up a radial menu, and to the top left there's an arrow. When you hover over it, it says point. Click on that. Tangle is a 20-foot square. Find the square, click on that, and then drag on the map. Make a square. And when you let go, it'll show us where that square is.
Don't think I understand.
Okay, so right click on the map. Do you see a radial thing come up?
Yes.
Okay, on the top left, there's a downward facing arrow. Click on that. And now
Yeah.
you have more options. There should be
Yeah.
a square. Click on that.
Okay.
Okay, now click on the map and then drag the cursor down to make a little pointer thing like.
Okay.
Do that.
Yep, working on it.
There you go. Okay, so
If I can move it.
yep. So when you hover over where it says 20,
Uh-huh.
you can click on that and drag it to resize, and then you can reposition. So it's a 20-foot square. You just made it 15. So yeah, place
There,
that
yeah, no.
square. When you hover over the 20, you should see a little white square in the very middle. Hover over that. That's how you actually... Go ahead and place that wherever you want it to be, and everything that is within that area will be affected by your...
Okay.
So we got these two. Have them targeted. Now on your character sheet, where there's that dice icon, I want you to click that button.
HD? Is that the dice?
Oh no, go to your character sheet on the actions tab.
Okay.
And then scroll down to your spells, and where you see entangle under the level 1 spells, over to the right you should see buttons. There's one button that's a little dice. Click on that because that is the cast. When you hover over it, it says, there you go. Okay, 2 forced saving throws. Both cultists fail. Right, excellent. So, they're both now entangled. That very first button is for you, so you click on that to have the concentration on yourself. And that second button, don't got to worry about. That's just a notifier for difficulty. Third button, which should be down, is the effect for them, which will actually make them restrained. Excellent. Right, so that is how you cast that spell. All right. So that square that Lulin has put on is difficult.
Yep.
We have unknown humanoid cult 1. Who is going to shout around him, "They got a spellcaster! She's up on the roof!" He's going to move forward and cut down an innocent bystander. Shit. We move on to Salvatore. What are you doing?
I'd like to look around and see if... I'm a little bit worried that someone who seems to be doing heroic acts is totally isolated down to the south of the map. They seem outnumbered. I'm curious if it's possible to... I don't know. How many living people are in between myself and Shiarra?
You know what? I will just allow you to use all of your moves. No difficult terrain or anything. There's a lot of people, but we're not going to worry about that slow comp.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a lot of folks still, is what you're saying. Okay. I'm gonna notice in the back of the crowd this unknown just figure slashing folks down like crazy, and I'm gonna make my way towards it. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go here. Are here because that wouldn't provoke an opportunity attack, right?
Correct.
Okay, and then I'm gonna attack this dude right next to me. And I'm really sorry again. To select that person to attack, do I just right click on it?
Hold down Control, left click. There you go. Yep, so you had it. And then when you did it again, it took it.
Okay.
There. So if you hover over your token, you should see like that little 5 thing. If I move you away, you should see an arrow.
Yep.
That's how you know who you... Also still targeting the other guy, so I have them on.
Okay.
Right, you are good to go.
All right, thanks. Just gonna swing like hell with my longsword.
Okay. You roll a 16, and you feel your sword bite into the flesh of this cultist, who cries out in pain. Ah! Roll damage.
Nice.
Ooh.
10
Nice.
points of slashing damage. You cut the cultist down where it stands.
Nice.
I if it's still attached to my head, I slowly pull my straw hat back, let
Nice.
it rest against my back, and say, "We're not on the farm anymore."
Give you inspiration. All right, Salvatore, you've used up 30 feet of your movement. You used an action. Don't have a bonus action, so that will.
Yes, sir.
Hey. We move on to Beowulf. You doing?
All right. So I'm gonna see Mr. Older Ravengard, and I honestly am worried for his safety with all these assassins around. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to blessing of the Raven Queen. Right. Let me just make sure it's in range. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to blessing of the Raven Queen right here.
Okay.
Yeah, and let me just. There we go. And then I'm going to attack unknown humanoid 2.
Okay. Excellent.
Let me just check out. All right. Let's hope. An 11.
An 11. You slash your scythe at this figure, but the armor that it holds causes your scythe blade to scrape harmlessly across. You miss.
And as I'm swinging down, I'm gonna shout out to Ravengard, just watch your surroundings.
He nods his head at you.
And I'm going to just make sure I'm keeping an eye out on everything around me, just to make sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Arrow. Right.
So in the chaos, you all see both Lulin and Beowulf each disappear, teleporting a number of feet away. Appears these people have some powers. Unknown humanoid cultist 2 is going to take a few steps and slash out with its scimitar, wounding a figure. But unknown humanoid cultist 1 is grasped by the feet by entangling vines and cannot move. He looks
Yay.
down. What the? He slashes his scimitar down, attempting to free himself. He has to make a strength check. DC 13, which is unsuccessful. That takes us to Terran's turn.
Nice.
All right. I'm curious about these unknowns. And
I don't know if you were still
You cut
talking,
out.
but I think you cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no,
what's
did
going
we
on?
lose them?
Okay, we can hear you now.
Yeah.
Oh, you might have your microphone sensitivity.
Oh no.
There we go.
You might have your microphone sensitivity too high, so it might not be picking up your voice.
can you guys hear me okay?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah.
I just rejoined. Sorry about
Okay.
that. So out of character, as a halfling, if I move next to Aslan, a normal-sized humanoid, I get sneak attack. Is that right?
Yes, so any enemy, or if you attack any creature that's next to an ally, you get sneak
Mhm.
attack.
Within
Right. Within 5 feet. Okay. So, but I'm also curious about these unknowns, and so I don't know what I want to obviously move to combat the enemy here, but also want to kind of investigate. You said there was a knowledge check or something like that, so I don't know how we would go about doing that.
Yes. Okay. So, specifically, which creature are you trying to?
This one up here, this one that threw the rot or the evil, the acid, the
gotcha.
unhealthiness. Yeah.
This guy right here. Okay.
Yeah.
That will be a religion check if you are proficient.
I do not believe I have religion as proficiency.
Okay. Then you can make me a medicine or history check.
Okay. Medicine. Let's do medicine.
Oh, you're proficient.
Okay, with a 6,
Okay.
unfortunately, you're unable to decipher.
Totally understand. Let's hit what we don't know. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that how I move?
Yep, so that is 20 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm. I get 25 as a halfling, yes?
You get 30 with the updated.
Oh, okay, cool. And then I will attack the unidentified creature.
Okay.
And that's control.
Control left click to target. There you go, now you have him target. Whenever you move
Okay.
around, you should see that arrow to know.
Gotcha. Okay, and then on the character sheet under combat or actions, I'll just click on rapier, I guess. This one right here.
A 19 hits.
Yeah.
And then, so roll for damage is this thing here. There it is.
There you go, perfect. 6 points piercing damage. So, one thing with your sneak attack. So if you go to your sneak attack on the actions tab, there's a button.
Yep.
Notice
Yep,
how
use power.
Yep, if you hover over it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not the use power.
Okay.
Go all the way to the right. There's that little standing man button. If you hover over that, you should see effect sneak attack DMG 1d6. You see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So whenever you see that DMG, that's adding damage to a roll. But what you need to remember is you need to hit that button before you do damage
Gotcha.
in order for that to add on. So no worries about
Got
it. Just one of the growing things. So what I want you to do is I want you to roll me a d6 manually using the dice, and we'll add that to the.
You got it.
All right. So another 2 points of damage. To that.
So is that 8 total? Yeah. Okay, and so I'll just press. I'll just press the button. Oh, I see it. Then it's on, and then once I do the attack, it'll remove it.
Correct.
Or add it on there. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right, Taryn. Do you have a bonus action you wish to use? You have 10 feet of movement left. Have bonus.
I don't think so. And
Okay.
I'm also naturally stealthy here as well, right? Because
So, we'll go over it when you actually want to do it, but there's some weird things about stealth in 5th edition. But yes, so it's really nice to be a halfling.
right on.
Okay, anything else?
No, that'll do it. And combat and my turn at the bottom here.
Okay, Flaming Fist Soldier 1 is going to make a spear attack against Unknown Humanoid 2. He stabs out, but misses. Flaming Fist Soldier 2 is going to move up, step in between that humanoid cultist and his liege, stabbing out with his spear, scoring hit. Critical hit.
Nice.
Dang. These NPCs about to level up.
Right. He deals a total of 8 points of piercing damage to the cultist, taking us to another entangled cultist who's going to slap down with his scimitar, attempting to free himself from the grasping vine, but is unsuccessful. Takes us to unidentified humanoid 3, which, by the way, Aslan was actually on top, which is CMS first side. All right.
Okay, I was gonna say
yeah.
He appeared out of nowhere.
So he is actually going to look right at Aslan. You look like a challenge. He's going to slap out his mace at the paladin, which blocks another blow. Does not hit on a 13, and that takes us back to the top of the order. This cultist up top here is going to attack this soldier 1, scoring a hit on a 23, dealing 4 points of damage. And the spellcaster is going to yell at humanoid 4 standing right in front of him. You take care of this lot. It is going to disengage. Moving out side way over here. Because it disengaged, it does not provoke opportunity.
Yeah.
That will bring us to Flaming Fist Soldier 3, who is going to step up right next to Alder Ravengard. I've got your flank, sir. And we move on back to Aslan. You do.
I'm gonna go ahead. I roar. This unknown humanoid 3 just attacked me. I roar and I laugh in his face. I'm gonna go ahead and swing at him.
Okay.
And do I have an advantage on that roll because of Terran?
Oh, no. What would the advantage be?
His proximity, does that not also... It only benefits him... Okay, never mind.
Yeah, the sneak attack is specifically a rogue thing.
Yep.
All right, so make sure you target him.
Right, and that
Roll
is...
left click. There you go. Perfect.
And I did it? Okay.
Yep.
And I'm going to go ahead and launch that out. Oh.
Ooh, a natural 1. Aslan, you strike out with your sword. But the halfling kind of ducking between your legs has made you a little bit off balance as your footing steps on the creature. Your sword goes wide.
It's stepping on him.
Yeah, breaking his toes. Oh, very
Aslan,
well.
anything?
No, I'll just be sullen and silent.
Humanoid 4 is going to attack Aslan, making a strike with its mace, which is blocked. The paladin and his armor being put into expert use. This assailant...
Sword isn't.
This assailant is going to step up and stab another innocent bystander as they attempt to flee, felling it with 1 dagger. Humanoid cultist 4 is going to say, "Oh, you're going to curse me, are you?" They are going to step up, make a scimitar attack against Shiarra. It is Bane, so it takes a minus to its attack. Does a 9 hit you, Shiarra?
It does not.
Right, you deftly dodge out of the way. It's a cultist 5 who step this way. Continue attacking people. Up at the front, you see the figure that had disappeared reappear on the other side of Alder Ravengard. So it gets to make this attack with advantage from surprise, striking out with a long dagger, scoring 20 which hits Duke Alder.
Hmm.
It plunges into a chink in his ceremonial armor, dealing 6, but no, 12 points of piercing damage. The blade sinking in deeper than it should have. You see blood begin to pour immediately. It makes another second attack with the dagger, but this is missed as Duke Alder Ravengard takes his sword and bats it to the side. But the assassin grins as it once again
Son of a bitch.
We move on. Shiarra's turn.
Okay. This cultist goes after Shiarra, swings and misses. Then she yelps as she like ducks underneath the scimitar and then like jukes back this way. And then can I cast Toll the Dead on Cultist 4 who's right in front of me?
Absolutely. Already have him targeted, so go ahead and hit that first cast button. He fails thanks to the Bane. Go ahead and roll damage. So he is not missing any health, so it would be that first die. Ringing bells of death sound between you, Vishara, and this cultist.
Then
He perishes.
Nice.
my bonus action, I'll do the same thing and just like spare the dying on anybody who's down but not outright dead.
Excellent. Another person, perhaps saved from death thanks to your sparing spell. Death sparing. Right, humanoid 1 going to step up and smash its mace into another. Feel the terror of Bane. He has come for your reckoning. Anyone that heard that may immediately make me checks.
Okay, bet. Religion, you said.
Religion. Okay, all of you rolled well. To know, Bane is the god of tyrannical oppression, terror, and hate. Known across Faerun as the face of pure evil through malevolent despotism. From his dread plane of Banehold, the Black Hand acted indirectly through worshippers and other agents to achieve his ultimate plan to achieve total domination of all Faerun. And it is at this time that you see this cultist with its robe taken off, brilliant in its red crimson tabardry. There is a black hand painted on its shield, the symbol of the god.
You said their name was Bane?
Bane.
Okay. Thanks.
No, man.
Now it's a festival.
Festival of Blood.
B-A-N. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Duke Alder Ravengard. Where are all the Hell Riders? What is this? What is going on? Have I been set up? He is going to ready another action. Speaking of, I actually forgot his ready to action, so I'm going to do. Once the cultist was spotted, he would have attacked it. She scores a hit.
Cool.
Dealing 11 points of slashing damage. He's going to ready another. All right, Lulin, you received initiative. What?
Are there any animals around?
There would be a couple pigeons, yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm. Hmm. I don't remember. Can I move? No, I'd have to drop concentration and recast if I wanted to move the entangle.
It depends what the spell says. I don't think you can. Let's see. Yeah, you can't move it. It stands. So yes, you would have to drop concentration and then recast it in a.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Or entangle.
Yeah, right. See. Is that 20? I can't see it.
That is, yes.
Okay.
That where you want it?
Yes.
Okay. I have them targeted for you, so go ahead and cast entangle once again. You gotta hit the dice to cast it.
Oh, that's
There
good.
you go. They all fail. Right,
Yeah.
excellent.
Well done.
That is your last spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, Luke?
Lulin is just going to curl up in a ball and kind of rock back and forth and not again, not again. And the pigeons come and land on her shoulder and they start to sing in her ear a little.
A number of pigeons come by and begin whistling light melodies. Seem to be attracted to some reason. Elven lady, perhaps of some ancestry. The natural affinity. We move on to unknown humanoid cultist 1. God, you fools! I'll go get her! He moves to the edge of the building, begins attempting to climb up. I'm gonna make an athlete. Not able to get a good foothold. That takes us to Salvatore's turn. What are you doing?
Well, I have some questions. So first, if I attack anybody that was just entangled, do I attack with advantage since they're snared?
They are restrained, so that would give you advantage.
Okay, cool.
That automatically applies because
Perfect.
yeah, you don't.
And then in my immediate area, between this assailant that's between myself and Shiarra, and this unknown humanoid 1, how many like surviving people are there? Like, am I still fighting for folks, or am I kind of fighting in a field of dead people?
So, what you see around you is a number of still bodies, as well as a number of bodies of people moving in pain.
Okay.
And it's not littered completely. Like, there's still spaces where people are not. because the cultists were basically just like trying to attack people, but not really focusing on killing necessarily. They're just swinging their weapons, trying to hit as many people. Some people have died. Some people are just wounded. So, specifically between you and the humanoid one, directly to the west, there would be one person that is on the ground, like holding a.
Okay. Well, so it is. Let's do this thing.
Sorry about that. Could you take that off? I was trying to like put it in my character notes.
All right, Salvatore, what do you got?
We're gonna find out. Oh no.
You got it.
Okay. I fucked up my.
There we go.
Okay. Sorry.
Don't worry.
So how do you want me to do this now that there's been a little bit of a F up here?
Everything's good. Be fine. Oh, you keep clicking the sword. You got to click the box with the 20 in it. That does the.
It's only the 14th time I've done that now.
That's all right. It's still. Yep, you're all still getting used to. All right, a
Thank you.
23 hits. You feel the blade cut deep as you plunge it point first into the gut of this Banite. And roll damage.
All right. As I swipe down on this human, I'm gonna yell, "You stay away from these folks, okay?" And don't do too well.
3 points of slashing damage. Right, Salvatore, anything else?
No, that'll be my turn.
Right, and that takes us to Beowulf.
All right. So as a question, let's say if I were to use like the help action, could I technically like help someone dodge or like protect them in some sort?
Yeah, so if you wanted to help another person dodge an attack, then any attackers would make their attack disadvantage.
All right. I'm gonna take a little bit of a gamble here, especially with my low AC, and I'm going to move right here
All right.
and take that attack.
Yep, this cultist is going to take an attack of opportunity against you. Anoint 2. Tracker. All right, they use their reaction to make an opportunity attack against Beowulf with a ace, and scores an automatic miss.
Oh, really? Whew. Thank you, dice gods. So would I have to hold an action for that, or do I just use the help action now?
Nope, you would be using the help action.
All right, then I would use the help action on Mr. Older Raven Guard to help him dodge any incoming attacks.
Okay, excellent.
And then that's my...
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I just went dead there. Okay.
Annoying
so-
humanoid cultist 2 is going to take a step and attack. Same as cultist 1 is going to attempt to break free from the grasping vines. It critically fails. He actually ends up cutting himself.
Oh no. I mean, oh yes.
Yeah, Lulin, man.
Ooh, and he takes 7 points of slashing damage as the scimitar cuts open, flaying his calf. Now it is
Jesus, my dude.
Terran Lightfinger's turn.
All
I
right.
would say poor soul, but I mean...
Did you want to make that movement, Beowulf, right there?
Oh, what'd you say?
Beowulf,
what movement?
you're moving right now. Did you want to do that on your
am
turn?
I? No, I shouldn't
Oh,
be
okay.
moving. I
All
think
right.
I might be just a target, I think.
Okay, Terran.
Yeah,
Initiative,
I'd like
what
to
do you-
try to. Yeah, I'd love to see if I can figure out what this unknown humanoid 3 is all about.
All right. That since you're not proficient in religion, you can make a medicine or history.
Medicine or history check. Okay. I think we'll do medicine again.
All right. You know that these are Fists of Bane.
Fists of Bane. Okay.
You don't know a whole lot, but they are the lowest ranking members of an order of cultists devoted to Bane.
Got it.
They have,
All right.
let's see. They speak common and they have a passive perception of evil. Fortunately, not trained in religion, so you can't.
That's okay. I think I know enough to swing. All right, so I'll just... Have I targeted him now? Let's see, looks like it. Okay. And this time, I'm going to put my effect on. And then swing?
So you make your attack first. See if it hits.
Oh, before you do that. And then when
Yep,
the
so you do
damage, I got
attack,
it.
then hit the button if you hit, and then do damage. Okay, unfortunately, attack misses. You attempt to capitalize on this cultist being preoccupied by Aslan, but its armor prevents your blade from doing any substantial damage, and you see it glance off of a piece of chainmail.
Happens to the best of us. Okay, I'll end my turn. I don't think I have got anything else.
Right.
So I will...
That will take us to the Flaming Fist soldier, who is going to stab out with its spear against that Fist of Bane right before him on the dais, scoring a hit on a 20. Flaming Fist soldier withstands 6 points of piercing damage, but remains standing up. Flaming Fist soldier 2 is going to do the same, scoring a hit on an 18. Stabbed, withstand 4 points of piercing damage. That takes us to Unknown Cultist 2, going to attempt to free itself, slashing down with its scimitar on the entangling vines. And with a 15, it is successful. Cutting himself free, he's going to step out towards Lulin. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. That is difficult terrain, taking him to there, and he waves his scimitar at her standing up on the roof. She's 15. Alright, Fist of Bane 3. Oh, you're a hard one to hit, aren't ya? Swings its mace at Aslan, scoring a hit on a 24.
Oh no.
Aslan, you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Buddy. You alright?
Still standing.
And that
Yeah.
will take us to the top of the round. We will have to end tonight's session.
Oh boy.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that was.
But yes, speaking of full-time job, I have a whole career outside of this place. Working my day-to-day, playing D&D at night where I have time. If you feel like supporting, helping us do a little bit more with this community, hopefully I can build it into something bigger and greater. Any support whatsoever is super helpful. Liking, sharing, just commenting, all of that stuff really helps. Helps put everything in the algorithms, helps spread word, get more people looking at this stuff, more people involved. The bigger we grow, the more we can do, the more fun. That's what we're check out Twitter. I got YouTube, I got my Twitch, Facebook. Not so present on Facebook, but I still have it there, and I stream through there. So you can catch us at the Tavern League on all of those different things. As well as, like, subscribing. YouTube subscriptions are free. Twitch, pay for a subscription. But if that's something that you want to do to help support us, if you like what we're doing and you value this, it's a way to show support. Not that it's needed whatsoever by any means. Only if you find value in what helps. like what we're doing more, taking more and giving more with the community. Definitely appreciate it. But yes, this was the latest, or the first session of the new campaign by the Tavern League, self as DM, the descent into Avernus. Thank you so much for being here, tuning in with us. As our adventurers are all leaving the tavern having finished their tale, everyone else is lining up at the bar, finish their final drink. The bartender has called a final call, so go ahead and tip your mugs back, whatever it is you're drinking. I hope you had fun. Thank you so much for being here. This